to Weekend Movie Bros, where I am Jacob, and that is Idiot. Oh, that's a microphone. That's Idiot.
I just wanted you guys to know that this is a unedited review from our podcast. We do podcasts based on the movies that we see theatrical releases, and I've been pulling them out and making them in their own separate videos. I'll link the playlist up in cards in case you want to check out any other ones. But it comes from this podcast, wherever the picture is above us, and I'll put a link to it as well in the cards. If you're not familiar how cards work, you click on the description. If you miss it, you can scroll to the very bottom, and it'll be linked as well. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the movie review.
At the beginning of the month.
Oh, with trash. Okay.
So this is clearly going to be two very different reviews. Okay. So
We both saw it.
yes. I saw it first. I got to see it opening
It was a
opening night.
competition, but okay.
It's usually you ahead of me. Now I'm ahead of you, so it felt pretty good. I'm just saying
Just
it.
Super Mario
Anyway,
Brothers.
so the Super Mario Brother movie came out in April, made $1.2 billion, highest grossing video game movie of all time. And god damn it, listen, I understand the critic review of this movie. I completely get it. There is no plot to this film. But if you are a true Mario fan, then you would understand there's never been a plot to Mario to begin with. It's a plumber fighting a dinosaur to save a princess with a mushroom guy. What plot do you want? and he uses apes as a background army. And the dragon sings about peaches. Did you really think there was going to be a plot? Did you?
I mean, I got some thoughts, so I'll just leave it there.
I fucking loved this movie from beginning to end. This is what The Last of Us what it did for you. Is this what did it for me? This just shows when you let the creators of these properties work with the company, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get better results. Just saying. Because everybody came to play. Now, Chris Pratt out of the way, I actually liked him better in context within the movie than the trailers. I actually thought he did a pretty good job. I did not like Charlie Day as Luigi. I thought Chris Pratt actually did more with his voice than Charlie Day did. I think Charlie Day just sounded like Charlie Day as Luigi, but I think they had really good chemistry together as brothers. Anya Taylor-Joy, to me, was a disappointment as well. I didn't feel like they really used her talent in the movie. They just gave Peach the voice, and she gave what she gave. The standouts are obviously Jack Black as Bowser. I thought he did a absolutely terrific job in this movie from beginning to end. And then Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. I think he found his animated character. I think it fits really well for him. When his laugh comes out of that ape, it makes sense. It just worked. And I thought the world building in this movie was very well done. They, if you're a Nintendo fan, they were in the Punch Out Cafe, all that kind of stuff. I thought was really, really good. It's the stupidest end credit scene any movie ever made. I get why, but it's a stupid end credit scene. Did you not know there was an end credit scene to Super Mario Brothers?
I don't know. This is a spoiler review, so you can talk spoilers. Not that there really is need to talk here. So, like, what's the incredible?
Yoshi's egg.
No, I can't. I can't say that I saw that.
So at the end of the movie, after the credits roll, you go back into where all the pipes are, and you go back to where the opening was for them to go to the Mushroom Kingdom, and there's this little green egg there, and it hatches, and all you hear is Yoshi, and that's the end credit scene. And I'm like, well, no, duh, Yoshi's going to be in the next one. Not a shocker. We saw a bunch of Yoshis when they were traveling. And obviously, we can't talk about this movie without talking about Peaches. It's
actually
hysterical. Can. It's hysterical. It's funny. But it also just shows how much of a very, very toxicated relationship the two of them have. But I think, again, they let Jack Black use his voice, and I did not realize how well Jack Black could sing until this movie, because, good God, the vocals on that man are fucking...
Really?
I've only heard him through School of Rock, not Tenacious D, so I've never heard him go that hard before. So when he goes that hard, it's awesome. I thought visually...
I don't know if it goes that hard, but...
It does. Visually, I think this movie is fantastic. Whether you like the movie or not, you cannot take away from the credit where it's due. It is a visually stunning film. I think they got that. I wish there wasn't a lot of songs that there are in this movie. I wish they would just stuck with their score, which I thought was fantastic. And Chris Pratt, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, twice. Interesting choice, buddy. Interesting choice. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a great kids movie. That's why it's still number 2 at the box office, even though it's on digital now. People are still going out to theaters to see it. It's a great family film. It's a multi-generational film. 3 generations have played and or watched Mario, and that's why this movie clicked so well. And I am very excited to see what they do with a sequel. And I hope for future spin-offs. I want Donkey Kong, obviously, and now they're talking about Zelda. We're finally getting in that space. So overall, I give it a 4 out of 5. Very much enjoyed it. Jacob, you hate this movie. Why?
That's a bit strong of a
But am I wrong?
accusation. No, but still strong. Where to begin? Where to begin? There wasn't. I don't. Okay, I'll be calm. Visually, it's pretty to look at. It's basically like a screensaver. For an hour and a half, just moving. Nothing happening.
Half, though. Hey, it's got the hour and a half right there.
Yeah, no, I've never sat through an hour and a half movie and felt like it took 9. And this is one of those movies where, now, to be fair, there's some circumstances. Of course, there are circumstances. I was extremely tired that day. That Sunday, I was only awake for 4 hours. And an hour and a half of that was seeing this in 3D. So, I mean,
that woke you up.
It did not. No, it just made me want to go back to sleep even more. It was boring. It was a snooze fest. It was stupid. It was one of the worst movies I've seen this year. Definitely in the top 10 worst movies I've seen this year. I can completely understand where the credits are coming from. Honestly, I think the critics were kind of kind. It should have like a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes, not a 59. What the fuck is that? That's too high. Sorry, it's true. Visually, it's stunning. Okay, it's pretty. Like I said, screensaver the movie. Nothing against it. Just it's there. The acting was a choice. A lot of it. Well, no, I take that back. I didn't mind Jack Black as Bowser. Didn't love him, but didn't mind him. I liked Donkey Kong, but he wasn't really in the movie. So, he was good for the little bits and pieces that made me happy. Did not like Chris Pratt in the role. I also wasn't a fan of Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach. Wasn't a fan of her before the movie came out. And the movie didn't help in any case. I didn't mind Charlie Day, but I can understand where Zachary's coming from when talking about his reasoning why. I agree with that. Nothing new there. I thought the opening, even though it makes sense logically, was super weird. Super duper weird for me because it just didn't really work at all in any way, shape, or form. Then I've never played a Super Mario Brother game. I've had no intention. I will never play a Super Mario Brother. It's just not my type of video game. So it's not a problem. Huh?
Mario Kart.
Yeah, and see the Mario Kart sequence. Okay, I don't really like Mario Kart. I'm sorry. I hate to be that person. It's not my favorite racing game. It's actually in the bottom half of my favorite racing games that I played is Mario Kart. Yeah, sorry, Super Mario Bros.
Tell that to GQ's top 100.
Yeah, good for them. And I thought the Mario Kart stuff was too fast. I mean, I couldn't even enjoy it. It was over before it began.
It wasn't too furious enough for you?
No, it was not too furious enough for me. No. Now, do you know what the difference there is? Is that movie was wild. It was wild in a good way. This movie was boring, wishing it was wild. Also, I know it's a kids movie. Obviously, it sold very well because kids don't need a plot. Kids don't need character development. Kids don't need a story, and that's good. Good for kids. But I'm not a child, okay? And I understand I saw a children's movie.
Movie has to be made for you.
No, I know. I didn't say that. You're asking me why I didn't like it. Stop getting defensive, Zachary. And you asked me, I'm just answering. There's nothing to this movie that has substance.
No, I agree.
It's trash.
No, it's not.
Oh, and don't even get me fucking started on Peaches. Oh.
Now, have you heard Jack Black's new song, Video Games? It's hilarious.
It's probably better.
It really is. You see Jack Black as Kratos from God of War, from Red Dead Redemption 2, as Link and Mega Man. It's hilarious.
Now, okay, outside of the fact that I thought this movie was absolute trash, I kind of went in thinking I wasn't gonna like it. Not, I was going in optimistic. Obviously, I was curious. Zachary walked out, said it was phenomenal. The reviews outside of like critics and stuff were really, really good. And ultimately, even if I didn't like it, if my little sister liked it, that's all that matters. And River absolutely loved it, and that's all that really matters. I took that's the reason why I went to go see it. I used her as an excuse. I was also told to go see it in 3D because 3D was supposed to enhance everything. And I'm sorry, I just don't think there's enough time between me and Avatar 2 in 3D. And no, River really liked it. She didn't see Avatar 2 though in theaters in 3D. You just can't. There's nothing. You can't beat that, and it's
No.
just very evident later on in life as well. You just can't beat it yet, and that's
You just
fine.
can't beat Avatar in 3D. Like nothing else really compares to Avatar in 3D, one or two.
Yeah, I had to agree, and it does suck because the whole time I was thinking, damn, I wish I had Tucker to better 3D movie. And then I thought to myself, actually, this is not a bad 3D movie. I'm just thinking of Avatar right now, and it's just a better 3D movie.
It
It's a
really
better movie
is.
overall, but it's a better 3D movie in general. Um, it's fine. To each their own.
No,
Overall,
I
to
love
end this,
Avatar.
I know, we both really did. Um, to end this review, because I tore a new one and it was made for the fans. And trust me, my possible favorite movie, second favorite movie of the year. I think it's going to take a lot to beat Scream 6. But my possible second favorite movie of the year, which we'll talk about next month, is one could say very similar to this. And
What
one could
with no
say,
plot, bunch of fan service, and it's just getting from one
oh
place to
no,
the other.
it has too much of a plot, not enough fan service, but also getting horrible reviewed. Yeah, but that's
Are we
okay.
talking about are we talking about Indiana Jones or Fast X here?
That's a good point. Who knows?
I did not.
Um,
That came out really really mean, but it's just the facts.
well, we haven't seen Indiana Jones. I've
That's
seen
false.
Fast
Very
X,
true.
so let's hold off Dial of Destiny until we see Dial of Destiny. Either way, I'm gonna rate it very solidly.
A one,
A one. Just not for me. Not my cup of tea. River
and that's
says, "Let's watch
fine.
Super Mario Brothers today." I tell her, "You can watch it on your own."
And you
That's
can
where
let
I'm
her
at.
watch it on her own because there's nothing inappropriate in the movie.
There is not. See, that's the problem. There wasn't even anything in there for me to enjoy. And like every action sequence in the movie was under a minute long, it seemed like. And so like I couldn't even enjoy those because by the time I blinked, it was
It was
over.
gone.
Which because like I was really impressed with the Princess Peach going through the whole obstacle course thing.
So
Like
cool.
directing wise and everything, it was so really well done. And I was like, oh, is this how the movie's gonna be? And then I watched the movie, I was like, oh, that's not how the movie's gonna be. What a
I thought
disappointment.
I thought DK versus Mario was a good scene. I thought their fight was
Eh,
pretty good.
it was mid. It was mid. And then, like I said, I was really looking forward to the racing stuff, and I just felt like it didn't
Well, it
work.
wasn't a race technically. It was more
Yeah,
of
see,
just a
it just
chase
did
around
it.
along
It
the
was more
road.
like, haha, did you see what we did there? Isn't it fun? Okay, let's move on. Honestly, that's this movie. Haha, did you see what I did there? The movie's done. But
If
I
you
do
talk
have
to
to
any
say,
Star Wars fan, that's how they feel about Star Wars right now. Huh? You see that? We move on.
that's honest. Is it a lie?
No, it's not.
So essentially, I would definitely watch more. I'd watch a
Mhm.
sequel. You can only go up from here, so I definitely would be there. And then also, Nintendo as a brand has so
Mhm.
many other good things. Like I definitely would watch a Donkey Kong movie. I definitely watch a Zelda movie. Like there's just so many like layers to Nintendo's games that I just don't think Super Mario Brothers is for me. But I'm definitely
Uh,
not saying I'm never going to go see anything in this franchise.
so for me, when we move past Mario now that it's happened and it was successful, what do I want to see next? I don't want to see a Mario 2. I want to see the new Donkey Kong next. Like, don't if you're gonna do it, commit to it because you already established Kong and the Kongs. Go there next. I am nervous about Zelda. I am super nervous about Zelda, and my
I
only
have
reason
a, just
why is because of Link. That's why I'm nervous about Zelda.
I have a few thoughts, so we'll have to wait and see what they decide to do with it. I think if they would do a mixture, because I think Zelda as like a live action television show or movie would be so good. But I
See,
don't
I
think every like
I'd go
I
more
would
anime.
no see no because you have to. I'm trying to think commercial here. Anime is getting there. Don't get me wrong; it's doing really well, but it's not doing Super Mario Brothers well. But then again,
No,
Zelda is its own brand, and
but
maybe it could.
it did 10 million copies in 3 days. So I mean, it technically could.
Okay,